Welcome back to the 5CAST. I'm Mariko Izumi. This week, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I've asked my good friend Sondra Rankin to fill in with her own personalized 5CAST. So stay tuned and behave yourselves, because I'll be back on the 5CAST next week.
Everywhere I go, people are asking me how I catch bass. So the good folks at the WFN have asked me to come up with my own little 5CAST for everybody who likes to talk a little bass. My favorite place to catch a bass is going to have to be the deep ledges on Kentucky Lake post-spawn. It's just a perfect place for these guys to go and get schooled up together and group down in this cooler water. But it's also, you know, they might be in 16, 20 foot of water where you might catch them, but they've also got the perfect opportunity to go up in 5, 6, 7, 8 foot of water and feed. And it's just the best place to catch a bass, period. My favorite technique will have to be finesse style fishing. There's just something about light line, light tackle, light gear, lightweight, and catching a 4, 5, 6 pound bass and bringing them into the boat with this light gear that's just the most spectacular fight ever. My favorite all-time bait is gonna have to be the shaky head jig worm. Basically, what I like to do is I like to take a 1/4 ounce weight or 1/8 ounce, 1/16, whatever you feel comfortable throwing. And my personal favorite is a spot remover. Basically, you're gonna take the head of the worm and you're gonna just put it in the shank of the top of this jig head, okay? And the primary thing that you're looking for is you just wanna make sure that you have a good, straight worm, just like that. And I like to go ahead and pull my hook through all the way and then bring it back just a little bit and stick that tip of your hook back in so you've got a weedless bait. And this, by all means, is my favorite technique. I have caught more bass and made more money on this shaky head jig worm than anything else I've ever thrown. My favorite fishing event this far is gonna have to be the South Carolina Lake Murray event that we fished on the FLW Tour last year. It might be because I came in second, but I did catch a lot of fish. I was really, really cold, but the elements didn't seem to mind so much when I was putting fish in the live well. But I would have to say my actual favorite tournament is Fish for a Wish Foundation. I'm actually going to host my very own tournament next year on Kentucky Lake, and basically it's a giving back to the community event. It's a totally non-profit organization, and basically we're fishing for kids, and we're going to hospice. Our monies that come in for the events are going to hospice, and any way that I can give back to the community in that way is definitely my favorite tournament. My favorite angler of all time is going to have to be Jimmy Houston. I remember as a small child watching him on television with my father and looking up to him and being inspired by him and wanting to be just like him. And he's been in the business for several years, and he's really stayed true to who he is. And he now fishes on the FLW Tour and fishes on the same Chevy team as I do. And I've gotten to know him on a more intimate, personal level. And he's actually who he is. He's definitely the person that you see on television. He has nothing bad to say about anybody, and he is very knowledgeable of the sport and fishing and loves people. And that's the kind of role model that I want to be for the generation that's coming up now. I want those young children that are just getting their feet wet in fishing to look up to me and say, you know what, she can do this, I want to be just like her. Especially young girls and women, even women that are my age, older, younger, whatever. That's the kind of role model I want to be, is like Jimmy Houston. Well, that was my 5CAST on WFN.TV. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me, and I hope to see you again soon.
Clothing provided by Storm Tech, official performance apparel of WFN, the World Fishing Network.
Hey YouTubers, if you want some more Mariko, check out our weekly 5CAST on WFN.TV.